Hey, good afternoon. I am Lisa with Lisa Boone Designs, and I wanted to hop on here impromptu and tell you about some exciting news that's going on in my life, things that I created, some new products, and I'm also going to go ahead and use the DIY paint cottage color afterwards and paint these really pretty. They're candlesticks, but they have this little lid on here, so when you're not using them, they're a really nice display. There's two of them. So I figured the cottage color would be something really great. I don't often use it. It's a one-step paint by DIY Paint, and we can distress it back to this dark color, and it's gonna look lovely, I think. So I'm excited about that. Man, I forget that when I go live this way, I can't see the comments. Why is that? Like, my hair's a little bit cray-cray too. I've been here working on a few things. I about to put out a whole bunch of TikToks based off of this. We did a whole bunch of video. I've been working on something. Here's a little sneak peek right here. Wait till you see the front. I'm really excited about that. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and tell you about what's new on lisaboondesigns.com. So I've always had napkins on my website, but I always forget to add the latest ones, and I have an obsessive amount of napkins. And I love to use napkins for decoupaging and mixed media art. I've put them on the sides of drawers. I've put them on furniture. There's so many things that you can do with napkins. It's a great way to add interest and color, or just if there's just something that you wanted to add to it, like a butterfly or birds or whatever design. It's just a great way to incorporate it. And I've incorporated it before with actual decoupage paper. I have a really beautiful equine vanity that I did a couple of years ago, where I mixed the equine botanical decoupage paper with napkins, and it was so beautiful. There's a piece behind me, wait, this way, right there. That mixed media piece has so many layers and so many different things. Like, I just love to use napkins. So what I've been doing the last couple of days is I need to bring my laptop. I need to be able to see the comments, because if you're on here, I want to see your reaction. Hold on, I have it right here. Now, I'm broadcasting on YouTube as well, so I won't be able to see both comments, but I will go back and I will look at them. I apologize. I need to figure this out, because it's so not cool that you can't see the comments in this new update. I'm not sure why. It shows that they're there, but they're actually, the button for me to hit it isn't there. It's only when I do it in portrait mode, and I don't like going in portrait mode all the time. So let me see. I want to be able to see the comments. All right. Awesome. So if you're watching, let me know that you're watching. When I do it in portrait mode all the time. I thought I hit it on mute. So there we go. All right. So let me know that you're watching. I see that some of you are, and I'm not sure about YouTube, but let me know. I will go back and I will look at the comments, I promise. So what I did was I created several different bundles. I have some amazing napkins. When we travel, I pick them up, or as I'm just picking things up, curating different things, I'm always picking up napkins. And I got some really amazing napkins when we went to Virginia and North Carolina in July. Oh my gosh, like napkins that I've never seen before. So beautiful. And I found that in every town, even in the same stores, they don't carry the same napkins everywhere. So I have a bundle now, and it's called Bundled Napkins, or Napkin Bundle, on my website. I have a menu item that's right there. Hey Beverly, hey Melissa, thank you guys for chiming in. So I've always had it, but I made sure it was prevalent there, and it's on the bottom of my page. If you scroll, there's like 6 little boxes, and napkins is on there. But you could also do a search on my website for anything. So I created a bundle of 10, and so this one has I think a couple of. Actually, there's one small one which has a lot on there because they're full napkins, and then behind it there's some luncheon napkins, and then I have the big napkins. So this is a pack of 10, and I haven't even put the labels on them and the barcode and all that. So I'm still finishing them up, but I didn't get to finish them up this weekend. I was trying to. Then I think it's this one. Then I have a pack of 20. So they're random. It's a random bundle, but they're all really, really cool, different napkins, different motifs, different. Some of watercolory and some are fun. This one has a cheetah one. I love that one. I use that one all the time. I use it for mixed media, and I use it for junk journaling. I believe I used the cheetah one on that piece back there. Hi, Brenda. How are you doing? That's my friend from New York. We went to school together. So I'm creating these bundles. So this is a pack of 10. This is a pack of 20. And then I have a pack of 30. So in the 30 pack, you get, I believe it's 10 of the tall napkins, 5 of the small ones, and then the rest, 15 of the other napkins. I mean, like really, really fun, really amazing napkins. Again, you can use them for decoupaging furniture, decoupaging home decor. You could decoupage pumpkins on there, curved things. I have decoupaged so many things. Like if this was a little bit different, and not that you can't, I could decoupage this. But drum roll. Can you do the drum roll? Like, do it with me. Okay, I'm really, really excited. I've been saving this secret for a while. So these are available on my website, lisaboondesigns.com, okay? So I have other napkins that I created, and there's 5 of them. They're not themed at all. Oh, and thank you, Brenda. Brenda's an amazing crafter. Brenda, you have got to join our ATC subscription. We just closed the cart on. You would love it. It's so much fun. Do you do ATCs? I think you do junk journaling. Do you? Or I know you do scrapbooking and paper crafting. But I have a subscription group for ATCs, and actually tonight at 5 o'clock in our private group, we're going to unbox because there's 4 of us, and we ship out every month a mystery box for ATCs, which a lot of it you could use for other stuff too. There's plenty to do, but we're gonna go and unbox it. So we're gonna all open it up, and some of our members have actually waited for us for today to open theirs. A couple of them opened them before, but it's kind of fun because we're going to craft together online tomorrow night. Anyway, without further ado, I want to show you my new napkins I'm so excited about. I'm not sure which one is first. I'm just going to pick them up randomly. So they're 8 by 8. So I did one fall theme because I thought about that, but I actually love sunflowers. They're one of my favorite things, and I usually try to plant sunflowers every year, and I didn't even get a chance to this year. But there's a fun little bird on there. Wait, this way. And there's another one down here. And this one I left kind of plain. So I'm going to show you what I mean by plain. Then there's this one. I think it's so beautiful. Most of them have scripture on it because that is my life. And so this one is... oh man, Matthew 5:6. Blessed are you can barely see it. But anyway, it's Matthew 5:6. And you can see it's behind the flowers and the butterflies. Another thing that I love are flowers and butterflies and sunflowers. So I'm really excited about that. Yeah, I know you love to paper craft. You have like a whole studio. That's what this weekend was for me. I was working on my studio. I'm trying to clean it up. I was trying to sort through all my napkins and create that because I've been wanting to have them up on my website, but I was waiting on these and they finally arrived last week. I was so excited. All right, I love this one. This one is it says you are a royal priesthood, 1 Peter 2:9. You are the salt of the earth, Matthew 5:13. You are chosen, 1 Peter 2:9. Matthew 5:14. You are the light of the world. And there's these beautiful girls and with their hats, and it could be anybody, right? Because you can't see their face. And I am in love. I'm obsessed with this one. This is my favorite one. And I love the colors. The colors are so me. Like, I love it. Let me know what you think. Give me some hearts if you like them. And then this one is another favorite. I like this one because this one you could put, like, I have this, oh, I put it in my office. I have this little sign that I picked up and I was going to paint. Like, tomorrow is my daily my weekly live on the DIY paint page. And I have so many signs that I need to work on. I'm not sure if I'm going to do mixed media. So I'm trying to nail it down, but this one I thought would be great, so I might use it. It's three of those girls that are on the other one, but there's some birds and there's like a landscape, and it's 1 Peter 2:9. But you are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, a holy nation, his own special people, that you may proclaim the praises of him who called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light. It's one of my favorite scriptures. So I was trying to use like some of my faves. So that's that one. And then I love this one too. It's so fun. Now with these, with these, I mean, you could do whatever you want. This is more of putting it all together. And you could do any of these. But I tried to design it with an open design. So if you wanted to cut out, you could use this on multiple projects. That's what I was trying to do. So even this one, even if the words are not all there, there's text in the background and it's faint. Awesome verse. Thank you. So you could cut out the flowers and you can put them and you can design them. And the same thing with this. This is what this was intended for. Even though the background's all beautiful, you could use it all as one, or you could cut out the people or the words and paint and blend. Same thing with this one. So there's lots of different butterflies, and this one is Romans 12:2. It's one of my favorite also. It's, I do not be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. I can barely see some of it. I'm just going off memory. And that you may, I forget what that word is. What is good and acceptable and perfect will of God. That you may, I can't remember what that word is. I'm excited. So anyway, Romans 12:2. I talk about that all the time. The only way to be transformed is by the renewing of your mind. And that's by reading the word, the Bible, and thinking about it and pondering it and reading it and reading it. And that's how we're transformed. We can't change. It's the word of God that changes us. So anyway, so that's it. So I've got 5 different napkins. And like I said, we recorded a whole bunch of things that I'm going to post on Reels here on Facebook. I'll do the shorts on YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. But they're 8x8 and they're going to come in a little bag like this. And they're just so big. Now here's the thing. The printer could not print on the entire. So it's just the one, unfortunately. I was kind of sad about that. But I teach often. I keep all of the napkins, and this paper is very different. It's not like your ordinary napkin. It feels different. It feels like a material almost. So you could take the leftover whites and the other ply, and you can, I can't even open it. I mean, this is big. You can stamp on here. You can cut this out and tape it to a copy paper. And then you can, the price, I'll tell you in just 1 second. And then you can run it through your copy printer, and then you can decoupage that. If you have a laser printer, You can decoupage right on it, no worries. But if you have a inkjet printer, you'll have to seal it first, and then you can decoupage it so that it doesn't bleed. So before I tell you the wrong thing, let me look at, I'll tell you all the prices for all of these, because I did this in the middle of the night last night. I finally was getting it up on my website, and I don't want to say the wrong thing. So I've got my thing here. Okay. So the LBD, so this one, the ones that I designed would be called the LBD napkins for decoupaging mixed art. That's what it says on my website, LBD Lisa Boone Designs, okay? That is $9.99, and these are, like I said, they're quite large, 8 by 8, and there's 5 of them. And then there's different prices for the bundles. So the bundles, the bundle of 10 is $10.99. The bundle of 20, is $19.99. And then the bundle of 30 is $27.99. So there's a lot of decoupaging that could be done with all of these. I save all of my little scraps of napkins. This particular napkin, this black one, there's a couple of different ones that are black that I have. And then there's one here too. I use a combination of them. I actually decoupaged one of my Converse. They were my black Converse, and they were my fave. And I was so upset because I was painting one day and I got paint on them. I was so upset. So I decoupaged them, and I actually was just wearing them like a couple of days ago. I hadn't worn them in a while. I have another pair that my daughter gave me. She didn't like them, and I don't like them. They're like stripes, like a weird rainbow. They're black. So I was thinking, I was like, you know what? I may even do that tomorrow. Who knows? I thought about painting them white or a lighter color and then decoupaging them. And I might do it with these napkins. I don't know. I might do that tomorrow. I have so many things that I'm supposed to be doing, and I keep getting sidetracked. I have a lot of things that I have to paint. So anyway, if you want to join me now, I'm going to go ahead and angle this down, and I'm going to paint these. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You know the drill. Ask away. Let me know your thoughts. Tell me what you think about the napkins. Do you decoupage with napkins often, or is that something foreign to you? I didn't even clean this yet, so I'm just going to hit it with the baby wipe. And I'm going to be using Cottage Color in Americana. I really like this one. I did a table, and I actually made it and gave it to my son for his house. He didn't have any end tables, and they came out beautiful. I love this color more than what I thought I was going to. So here's the thing. This is a one-step paint. It's made by DIY Paint, but it's not the normal clay-based formula that I use all the time. I don't know why it does this here on Facebook too. Like in the middle, it'll say that the live ended, but I know it's still going, and it shuts it down. So then I have to refresh to get it back. It's quite aggravating. Anyway, all right, let me go ahead and clean this while I'm trying to find this live. Here we go. Because I want to be able to see your comments. All right. Let me put this bigger. There we go. All right, so I'm just going to clean this one up really quick. So the clay-based formula is amazing because it will stick to anything. It does not have a sealer, and you have to definitely seal it if it's going to be a piece of furniture. But this one-step paint, it's not clay-based, it's mineral-based, and it has a top coat. So the pigment rises to the top, and see that liquidy? That's the sealer. So you have to stir it, and you have to stir it really, really well. And once you're stirring it, you will see the pigments and like ribbons of pigment. You want to stir it until there's no ribbons, until it's totally incorporated. Now that's the one thing that you do not have to do for the clay-based original DIY paint. And that's one of the things that I loved about it. And so I had a hard time not switching over, but liking this paint. But this paint definitely has its place, and I have enjoyed it as I've used it. If you didn't see, this is one that I did here on live. This is the Blue Hills. This came out when this color came out, and I really like the way that turned out. It's really nice, and I painted it right on metal. I did not prime it at all. So the one thing with this is because it does have a top coat, you have to be careful. So I put this piece of wood here. It's a sign that I'm supposed to be working on for my other place. It's the DIY paint sign. So I just put it upside down really quickly. Now I'm not gonna paint this perfectly because I'm actually, once it's dry, I'm gonna distress it. Because whenever there's something that's dark, I try to go with a light color, because then I don't have to, I mean, you can, but I don't always have to worry about dark waxing or black waxing it, because when something is all one color, you can't see it. Hey, Sherry, how are you? You can't see all of the details. So when you have something like this that you can distress back to, you'll be able to see everything. Sherry, I just announced my new napkins that I designed and had printed. They're on my website right now. They're under napkins for decoupaging, and there's 5 napkins, but then I have such an amazing collection of napkins. So I bundled a whole bunch. There's bundles of 10, 20, and 30, and they're all on my website. Eventually, I'm going to have a napkin subscription where you'll receive 5 napkins every month if you wanted to join that. Since I only have 5 right now, I'm going to wait until I get a little bit more and I get into the routine of designing them and having them printed and making sure that I can get them quickly enough. So my goal is to create a few designs in advance so that I'm a little bit ahead, and then those would be in the subscription. And so it would just be, I won't sell them outside of that. They'll just be for the subscription, I think. I don't know. I might change that, but that's what I was thinking. So I'm using DIY Paint Cottage Color in Americana, and I'm just painting these up because I feel like I mean, they're pretty, and they're pretty chunky. I love chunky candlesticks. You don't have to have candles in them, but they just look so pretty on a shelf or a table. Hi, Diana. How are you doing today? They just look so pretty, and I really, whenever I see them, I usually try to pick them up because that's just something easy that I can make over. And I like to have small things in my space that I sell. So I'll be selling these. If you're interested in them, let me know because I can ship them to you. I can ship anything small. I really don't want to get into the furniture aspect of it yet. I don't know. I say yet, but I haven't wanted to all along. Love to see what you design. I will. I'll show them again. I'm really, really excited about them. Like, I was going to do an email blast, and I was just so excited. I couldn't even wait. So I just hopped on and showed them. Like I was telling everyone earlier, I recorded some videos. My daughter helped me so that we could do a big push on all the social media and show them. Show the release of them. They're 8x8, so I feel like they're really substantial. You can use them as is, or you can cut them up for so many things. I mean, I just love napkins, and I love to use them. And that's what started. Like, I started buying napkins everywhere I went, and wherever I go, I'm just always looking. So in a couple of weeks, which I can't believe it's already here, I'll be headed to Colorado. So last year, Ariana, my daughter, and I, we did a girls' trip, and we went all the way from Kentucky to Colorado, and we stopped in Topeka, Kansas, which I ended up really, really liking a lot. And so did Ari. We did a lot of photo shoots. We thrifted our way all the way there. I planned all the stops. Like I looked, online. And then Bree from Upcycled by Bree, she lives in Topeka. We were supposed to meet, but she was moving that weekend, so it got a little crazy. But she told me some great places to go in Topeka, and those were some of my favorite places. And immediately when I knew, oh, we're going back, I'm like, we're going to those places. So I'm excited about that. And then I'm gonna stop in all the same places I stopped before, but this time I'm going with my husband. My daughter is very upset that she's not going, but we have a lot of animals, and usually my other kids will come to the house and they'll take care of them. I've shared. If you look on my TikTok, I did "It's Time to Feed the Critters" a reel on there, and we have goats, and we used to have a lot of chickens. Something ate them, so we're trying to put a whole bunch in the incubator. That we got some eggs from a friend, so we're gonna try to get our eggs back, really, because we love having farm fresh eggs. So we have goats, we have a mini donkey. I'm gonna put this back here for a second, and so I won't see your comments for a second. We do have turkey. Two dogs got in our yard this morning and actually tried to take one of our turkeys and put a little hurting to him, but he seems to be okay. Like it's so aggravating when that happens. But we have, what else? Sheep. And so one of my sheep, she's pregnant, so I'm excited because she has twins, and they've gotten a little bit older, and they're so much fun. And we have a pygmy, which she's half pygmy, half fainting goat, and she doesn't do it anymore because she's finally used to being there. But whenever she got scared with other animals, she would just faint. It's so funny. But she had a baby recently, and her name is Reese, and so I named her baby Snickers. Oh my gosh, I love Snickers. So anyway, Ari's gonna stay back and help with that. Plus, she just went to Florida, and she's getting ready to go to beauty school, and she needs to work because once she goes to beauty school, she's gonna be limited. So she's being a big girl. She's being a big girl. But she's bummed because she loved that trip. We had so much fun. So we're gonna be thrifting, and I'm gonna be looking for more napkins. Without a doubt, it's one of my go-to things. So I can't wait to see what I find, and I will video it all like I did last year. And I'll have like a Kentucky to Colorado thrift haul. Last year I had to break it down. I think Kentucky to Kansas, and Kansas to Colorado, and I may have done the way back home. I may have put it all together for the second one. I think I broke it up in two videos. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I'm like thrilled, and I'm gonna get to meet some of my friends, which is so exciting. One of my friends, Callie, she's actually in our ATC subscription group. I mean, she was following me before, and had reached out to me several times. Like, she's just got a great personality. Like, you can't forget Callie, and so she would stand out to me. And so she's actually going, which I got pain on me. I'm so excited to meet her. I'll be meeting Royce from Royce Cycle Treasures, the decoupage papers that I have. She's gonna be there because she didn't come last year. And then Vintage Revival Design Company. I think that's the name of her business. Michelle. She was supposed to go last year, and at the last minute, she couldn't go. So I'm going to get to meet her in person. And then some of the people that I met last year are coming back. So I'm like so excited. It's almost like, oh, I'm coming home again. Even though That was my first time going to Colorado. All right, so I'm gonna let this dry for a few seconds here on its own. Let me move this so I don't, so I don't burn myself. I knew that I would do that. My ring light is so finicky. I had actually put my ring light, let me move this. Yes, sounds like fun times. It is. Funkature by Design. The fainting is called cataplexy. It happens when they're excited. I actually have that condition. Oh, wow. Yeah. Oh, Billy, yes, Billy's gonna be there again. Yes, that was one of the old friends because we're friends now. So Billy's gonna be there. Carla, Vicky. I'm just excited. Dorothy, she's gonna be there. I got to sit next to her last year. So Billy, we're gonna have to do a video or something together. It was so hard to get with everybody. Last year I got to meet Mara LaFay and Lisa from Sweet and Sassy Treasures. Trying to think of who else. There were so many people. There were some beautiful ladies from Kansas, and I think they're coming, and Missouri. There were two friends, and it's just going to be so much fun. So much fun. Loss of muscle control. Okay. Well, she's doing so much better, so maybe she's not excited. I'm just thinking she's just comfortable. All right, so just to go over this again, I have created different bundles for all of the napkins that I have. And when I tell you I have a lot of napkins, I mean, I made, and I still have more to make. I made 16 of these. So if you see that it sells out, I have more. I just have to put them together and get them on the website. I have 16 of these. This is a pack of 10. This is a pack of 20. And I put 6 of these together. And I put 5 of the packs of 30 together. So you get different sizes, different napkins. It's just a random bundle, but they all are so beautiful. I've used them. Some of them I haven't used because they're newer. I picked them up on my last trip, but I'm saving some for myself because I want to use them like on sides of drawers or whatever. And so, but I have so much more. I thought, wow, that's I knew I had a lot of napkins, but once I started like separating them, and I was like, oh my goodness, I need to get these on the website because I would forget. I just buy and buy and buy, and I would forget to put them on there. So let's go ahead and look at the it canceled me again. The ones that I just designed. So mine are just one print on the front, but they're really large. And so I think that you'll like them, and I think they'll be great for decoupaging. The material is really different. It's a little bit thicker, like I said, and they almost all of them have scripture on there. But this is one. Let me see if I can get them. I feel like, wait, this is tilted. All right, let me see if I can get it straight. So, okay, there we go. So this was what, 1 Peter 2:9? Yeah, this is 1 Peter 2:9 that talks about your holy nation or chosen generation, a royal priesthood, children called out of darkness into his marvelous light. So that is a cool car. I wish you could have seen that. It was like a big pickup truck, but it was down low, and then it had the engine exposed, like an old vintage car. Oh my gosh, that was really cool. That would be good as a promo for a store. All right, so then there's this one. This one is what? That's upside down. Romans 12:2. Do not be conformed, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. That scripture. So all of these, like I said, you can use them on its own and add to it. Add a transfer on top. Paint around it. You could cut out the butterflies and the little sprigs and use them on multiple pieces or just on one piece and spread it out. I love to do that a lot of times. Even with decoupage papers, I'll take the same thing and just make it last longer, make it, a little piece here, a little bit there. Yes, I will look it up. It only lasts seconds. It does, yeah, and not dangerous. The muscles, Doberman Pinschers get it also. Oh, I didn't know Doberman Pinschers. I didn't know that about them. All right, so this one has ran a whole bunch of different scripture. 1 Peter 2:9, you are a royal priesthood. You are the salt of the earth. Matthew 5:13, you are chosen. 1 Peter 2:9, you are the light of the world. Matthew 5:14. And I just love these ladies. I just thought they were so pretty and carefree. I used them twice, so because I just love them so much. And then this one is Matthew 5:6, and just butterflies and flowers, which I think is so, so pretty. And then in time for the season, but just because I love them all year round, sunflowers. And like I said, we have two birds hiding in there. Let me see, where's my, okay, so I have to go this way. And there's a pumpkin in that one, I think. But anyway, I love the way that they came out. So there's 5, and then like I said, they're 8 by 8. So that means it's covering my face. They're pretty large. The design itself is 7 by 7, but the napkin is 8 by 8. So, oh yeah, I can see it. It's a delay, so now I can see that you can see the details. So which one? Thank you, Billy. Uh-oh, it's an unmarked car flying through the stop sign, trying to get somebody. So anyway, my absolute favorite, like, I mean, when I saw them, like, I saw this one first and I was like, oh my gosh, I love it. And then I did love the butterflies, because I love butterflies. The reason I put Romans 12:2 with it is because butterflies are transformed, and it's through the process that they become these beautiful creatures, and it's not easy for them to push through, but they're transformed. And so I just love that. I love the story of the butterfly. There's a fire truck now. So anyway, but at this one, like the colors and the little girls, I just love it. And I love the girls here in this landscape too. I mean, these are the same girls. So if you wanted, you could, I guess it's this one, you could cut this out and you can use this differently. And if you wanted to combine these somehow, that would be really fun. And then you've got the birds up there, the mountains. I love the mountains and I love the water. Those are my favorite things. So anyway, I'm going to be designing more. Like I said, and I want to have a subscription for them because I think it'll be really fun. But right now I've got them available on my website. These are called LBD napkins. So the butterflies are your favorite, Billy? I know. They're so pretty. I love the color. I love the color of them. Those beautiful peachy, corally, and then green tones. And I left the scripture a little bit darker in the background on this one versus this one. I changed it to be a little bit softer and lighter in the background. So that's the difference. And I like both of them. I mean, it's just like there's no wrong way. There's no right or wrong way. So thank you so much, Sherry. So what I'm going to do, I have to figure out what I'm going to do for tomorrow's live, because I don't know. I have a lot of things and I've been distracted with other things. So I've got to get all that stuff done. So I may make a sign or mixed media, or I might take some of the napkins and maybe decoupage my shoes. I think that would be kind of fun. I actually got that idea from Mara LaFay years ago. I don't know when she did it, but it was years ago. And it was funny because when she did it, I had the same napkin. And that's one of the things that we were talking about. Sometimes you can find the same napkins, but sometimes you can't. Like one of the napkins that are in the bundle, and it's not every bundle. I'm not sure which bundle. I think, let me see if I could find it. Actually, this is one of them. I absolutely love this one. I used this one a couple of times. I love that cobalt blue in the middle of the sunflower. And I used it a couple of times on different projects. I made sure that I left myself just one or two, and that's all I have. And then there was another sunflower, but both of those napkins came from my friend Karen in Florida. Because she showed me something she did, and I was like, where did you get those napkins? I've never seen them. And in my store, they didn't have it. So she sent them to me. She sent me a stack of both. And I'm sharing those with you as well. So they're going to be in there. So I don't know, I can't remember the store now, but I just remember thinking, I can't get those. I have to have those napkins. And then she actually, it was this one, but she surprised me with the other one too. So it was really nice. So these are nice and large. And then I said some of them are the luncheon napkins, and they all fold out and they have like full designs. All of these. Sometimes you open up a napkin and it's just one design. I think there might be a couple lemon ones that are like that in here, but most of them are a full design. I'm just going through. I mean, look, that's a lot of napkins. And a lot of these, like I said, you can use them as a background. You can use them. This would be great on a furniture drawer on the side, just something different. Or I have even done the inside of drawers with napkins, like a cabinet, a chest, and it just makes it kind of nice for you, to look at. So, and napkins are easy to decoupage. You have to remove the plies if you've never done it. I do have a few tutorials, and I will probably do a couple of more tutorials here in the future. You want to remove the 2 or 1 ply, and you want to be careful because they're really fragile. I like to use DIY Paint's liquid patina. Whenever I use them on paper crafts, not every time, but a lot of times, I just put the glue on the piece. If it's an ATC card, I glue my ATC card, and then I spread my napkin over it, and it does really, really well like that. But I've also used liquid patina on them, or you could use gel medium. But you want to be careful because they're so thin. And a lot of times I will decoupage, just hold it down, and then decoupage on top with the liquid patina instead of doing it twice. And so that's a different way. So I'm going to show a couple of different ways to decoupage napkins, and I'm going to create a little video to go along with this. So if you have any questions, hey Kathy, do you have doilies? I do have doilies. I have some. Are you talking about embroidered or paper doilies? Because I have both. I'm not sure. Sounds fun. And I've been wanting to do some shoes. I think so. Maybe that's what I should do for tomorrow. I need to pick a napkin and do them. Maybe that's what I need to work on so many things. Like the piece behind me that I said sneak peek. I'm waxing it. So I already waxed it on Saturday, and I have to do another coat of wax, and I want to definitely add black wax to it. It's a little bit different for me, and so I'm excited about it, and I had a lot of fun. I don't know if you can tell how much you can tell, but I grunged it up, and I hadn't done the water technique with the DIY paint, just like squirting it. You can't do that with particle board. Excuse me. But with real wood, and this is an antique, and it was in bad shape. I can't wait to show you the video of how terrible this piece looked. And so it's come a long way. I'm practically done. I could have probably done it all in 2 days, but I've been spreading it out. I used tongue oil on this one because it was so dry. I can't wait to show you all of that too. So anyway, I'm gonna head off here. I'm gonna go ahead and send an email to all of my subscribers about the napkins and post my reels and shorts. And if you have any questions at all, don't hesitate to ask. Let me see. All right, so this is, it dries pretty fast. There's a couple of wet spots. So, like, this is what is good about using the one-step paint. Like, it's done. It's done. That's it. You don't have to put a top coat on it if you don't want to. So we just painted these two, and so there's a couple of wet spots here and there, but it's pretty much done. And I'm not going to seal it. I'm going to leave it just like this. If you wanted, because if you like the look of wax and you wanted to add some dark wax, you could add dark wax right on top of this. You don't have to use clear wax. Like with DIY Paint's original clay-based formula, it's better if you do the clear wax first and then add the dark or black or white wax. you have more control, unless you're trying to just get it all on there. You know, there's different techniques that you can do. But if you want to add some, but I'm not, because it looks like it's already distressed. And I painted it like that so that I wouldn't have to waste any time. I could just go. So that's the one good thing about the cottage color. Of course, this is, it's getting thick because it's getting to the bottom. It's usually a lot more liquidy. But see, it's so different than the DIY paint. But I am really learning to appreciate it just for stuff like this. So I probably will do a lot of the smalls that I have. Like I have some stuff right here in front of the counter too. I have stuff in the back. There's so much, and I need to get it done because my husband was like, I was using my car as storage. I do it all the time. I hadn't done it in a while. I've been trying to be better. Like sometimes he'll go in my trunk. He's like, it's full. I'm like, well, I didn't have a place for it, and I need to bring it to the store so that I can paint. And yeah, it's so funny because Royce Huntbell, she did a reel about that, and I was like, that's me, like real life. And so I had for a week these boxes and all this stuff from the stuff that I had thrifted over the last 2 weeks, and they were still in my car. I just kept them in there, and I meant to bring them in, and it was hot, and I didn't want to bring it in or whatever. I just left them in there. So he helped me bring them in, like, I think it was Friday morning, and Friday's our date night, and he'll usually take me to Goodwill, this Goodwill that's pretty good, an hour from here. And he's like, you're not shopping. You're not shopping. You're banned from shopping. And I thought, well, I am going on a trip, and I want to shop there, so I probably should wait because I'll get better stuff. Kansas and Missouri are amazing for thrifting. The only thing I didn't like was Savers. It was really, really high, and I think there's some Savers that are good. I've seen a lot of people. You put smalls and furniture. I've done furniture. I've put furniture in my car before, like sitting there for a couple of days. Like, oh my gosh. Yeah, Sherry said, oh my. She's like, Lisa. It just, you know, it is what it is. And he has to love me, and my daughter has to love me. My friend was here, and she was like, she's a creative artist person too. And my daughter came in, and she brought me a gift. I'm going to show it tomorrow. But she was like, you know, my girls have just gotten used to it. Like, they can't get embarrassed of the things that we find ourselves in, or picking stuff up at the side of the road, or asking people for things that, you know, like, it's just part of it. And then we have stuff in our car. There's a reason why. I need a bigger car though. Anyway, that's a whole other note. I hope that you have an incredibly blessed day. Check out my website, lisaboondesigns.com. Check out the napkins. I'm really excited about them, and I hope that you'll love them and pick some up. So anyway, I will talk with you later. I'll be live tomorrow on the DIY paint page. I'm probably going to do the DIY paint page and YouTube instead of going on my business page, because I can only do 2 at a time. So I've been going back and forth, but I think I want to do YouTube because I've been so behind on getting my videos done. So I want to do that. So anyway, but I will share it on my business page if you can't find it. So I hope you have an incredibly blessed day.